bringing back all of the hostages, deceased and alive. It is part of the collective healing process, especially for the returned hostages. Now, it's been exactly 4 weeks, 1 month, since the last living hostages were released. The long road to recovery, it's just beginning, including for Bar Kuperstein, who was kidnapped from the Nova Music Festival, where he was working as a security guard alongside his childhood best friend, Dean Tesler. We're joined in studio now by Dean Tesler, who we've spoken with many times over the past 2 years. And Dean, it's great to see you this time over the past 2 years, because the last time I spoke with you, Bar was still in Gaza. Now he's home. Can you describe just the first reunion, the first time you saw your best friend again?
So it was a Saturday 3 weeks ago. I coming back from America, landing and go directly to the hospital. Get out from the elevator and I see him and hug him. Like you saw in the video, it was a minute or two that I cannot just stop the hug. You know, at some point my leg was shaking, all of me completely. I don't know, it's a lot of emotions. That hug that you can see, it's a hug that I wait for 2 years. 2 years from my life that I'm waiting to see him. And finally he's here. Finally, we got that moment. Finally, he's with us.
Just watching that, it speaks louder than words than you can describe. 2 years for one hug to take place. And over the past 3 weeks, I know you've been spending time with Bar, speaking, spending time, being with the family as well. I'm curious, 3 weeks into it, is he able to talk at all about his time in captivity, 2 years in captivity? Is he able to share anything with you, or is he still processing what happened?
I think that he's still processing, and his case, it's hard to understand that he's been in a really evil place for 2 years and now all this goodness. Like, it's hard for the human being brain to process that. But yeah, he shared with me a little bit from the time at Gaza, at a tunnel. And I can just say about Bar that the feeling that I have with him, it's like we saw each other a month or two ago, honestly. With the fact that he's been 2 years, he's really strong. He's doing amazing stuff. He's working on his English, and he wants to start to speak. He wants to share his stories, and he want to be a voice. And the family know that, and Bar know that. They like my second family. I will help with everything I can do, and I'm the most happy person right now that he's home, and his family have this closure, that I have this closure, and finally, yeah.
You said it feels like you saw him 2 months ago, but it had been 2 years. You were at the Nova Music Festival together. I remember you told me your story. You guys were together when the Hamas terrorists came and rampaged that music festival. He told you to run. Well, he stayed behind. Have you guys talked about the last moments that you saw each other?
So the moment I got to the hospital and after we hugged, we had a long conversation, just me and him. He really wanted to see me, he really wanted to hear from me and from what happened to me as well. And the beginning, we know how it started, both of us on ATVs, driving back and forth, trying to save how many lives that we just can. But the moment we saw the terrorists and he told me to run and we split up, that moment he shared with me that he was thinking with himself in the past 2 years if it was the right decision to tell me to run. He said that he was thinking about me, was dreaming about me, and honestly didn't know what happened to me, because he knew that I'm alive only when he released.
Wow.
And I shared with him a little bit what happened after as well, after we split up. And I tell him directly to the face that decision that he told me to run away saved my life.
It's emotional to talk back and relive that day. And now you are both home and you are both safe here in Israel. How are you doing though, Dean? Because the last time we spoke, you said, I can't even begin to process the trauma of that Saturday of the Nova Music Festival until Bar's home. Now he's home. Are you beginning to process that day at all?
I think that's the fact that he's home. I need to process that right now. But of course, the understanding that he's home, giving such a relief for my soul, for myself, I will say. And right now the face is forward. The goals are keeping moving forward with our life, to build it in the best way that we can, to do whatever I need to do to be the voice and all over the world. And yeah, we don't have a choice. We're just straight, keeping moving.
So continuing to speak for the state of Israel now that Bar is home, because you have been such a vocal voice for all of the hostages over the past 2 years. But is it a new era, do you think, for you? You want to continue to be involved in the public Hasbara field?
So I will say that right now that the hostages, that they're back home, and it seems like everything is over. But honestly, between us, we know that it's not over. We know what is going on in all the world. The anti-Semitism is something terrible that we, all of us as a Jewish people and not Jewish, we agree. It exists. So right now, especially when the hostages back home, especially right now when the United it's became stronger and stronger, we need to send people like me. I need to keep going and talk all over the world. Honestly, that's my mission. That's my goal, all over. And to bring people with me and to build, how you say, hasbara, PR, or I know how else to say that. We
Public
need to,
diplomacy for Israel, exactly.
to be the voice and to advocate, because honestly, we need to do that. It's not possible as a country without that. And right now, we just saw Adar Goldin back home after 11 years. 11 years that his body was kidnapped. That's things that all the world need to know, need to understand what we handle with. And still we have different people that support with different flags and running to choose a side without knowing which side to support and why. So for me, 100%, I will keep probably till the rest of my life, honestly, because I believe that this is why I survived. I believe that that's my mission, and I will keep doing that.